the line here we have Loz from Auratech. You can unmute yourself now and say hello.
Yay, I've been freed.
Yeah.
How's the gain on my microphone? Is it okay?
Oh, it's fantastic. No, actually, this is really good. Actually, it's
Great. But yeah, I'm through the UAD and the SM7B. Yeah, cool. How are ya?
Yeah, good. What's been going on? Like, because I think I last saw you back in January, actually, up at Canberra. So
At Canberra, yeah, that was good.
The Canberra show was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the first time we played Canberra. Actually, that was a really cool experience because it was sold out. Obviously, like playing with a band like Future Static, they sold out that entire run, which is so impressive for them. And we just got to barnacle, along for the ride. It was nice. It was nice to play to some sold out shows along that tour. Actually, it was cool.
Oh, sensational! Yeah. Which other one was sold out? Melbourne.
Sydney almost sold out, and Adelaide sold out too. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Oh, that's really good. No, I'm really happy for you guys, Last Martyr, and the whole reason why you were there. That's it. That's a crazy thing. Is like before that show, I'd never heard of them before, right? So I was there specifically for you and the Last Martyr. So for Aurateque Last Martyr.
Blessed. Yeah, and aren't they crazy?
Oh, so good. I'm so happy for all of their success and you guys as well. Look, and real quick, the mental ward in chat says hi from America with the only signed set list.
Oh, right. Did you send that over to your?
I did. Yeah. So.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. The only signed set list in America. Yet. That's right. Yeah, cool. I also realized as well, you asked me to send you YouTube links. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's right. I just thought, you know what? I've got the Auratech, the Dragonfly Pursuit CD in my hand right now, and so I just thought, well, let's do an album playthrough. So.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, cool. Was it 5 song links of our songs? Is that what you were asking for?
Yeah, well, yeah, your songs. Right. Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So
yeah, right. Well, all we've got out is that album anyway. So, so there you go.
So tell us a bit about Auratech. What's how did Auratech come about, and what is the name Auratech?
Oh, I haven't had any of these conversations in so long, because the last time that we released Dragonfly Pursuit, and we've just been taking our time with this next set of releases that we haven't done interviews or anything for so long, so it's like, wow, yeah, what?
Gotta get that media training back in.
Yeah, exactly. So Auratech was me and Matt to begin with, kind of. Actually, even before that, I used to go around and just play pub gigs, and I would just have an acoustic guitar that I played really poorly, and I would just get any acoustic gig that I could, and I wrote these really intense rock songs on the guitar, so there'd be heaps of yelling and belting and slamming the guitar and everything, and it was just it was really hardcore for acoustic songs and shows.
Yeah.
I always was place. I'd be in with the cute indie folk rock people, and then I'd just be there screaming my guts out. So I thought to myself, I was I want a band, I want to find a band. I want to be in a metal band, I love metal. My dad's a metal drummer. I've always been around that music. I've felt like it's always been my destiny to kind of be in a metal band. And then I went on this website called Bandmix.
Yes, I know the one. Yes.
You know Bandmix? Yeah, it's kind of fucking cursed, right?
Yeah. Apparently I was still signed on to it, and I was getting messages.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, from back where I used to live.
Fucking who knows who, right? There's just so many fucking weirdos on that platform. It was a nightmare finding something normal. Somebody who was just like a musician who was serious about music. It was hard. It was a bit of a fuck fest, but I found Matt. And I messaged him, and in my fucking message, I look back on it and I cringed so hard because I was like, hey, like, you know, I'm a girl. I don't really like scream or anything, but like I can sing. I sing like, you know, I sing like a metal singer. I just don't scream. And I was like, I don't know if that's what you're looking for or anything. Because mind you, right, and this is like the fucking craziest thing. I scream now. I do all sorts of types and styles of screams, false chords, fries, distorted yelling, and all that kind of stuff.
That was going to be my next question, actually, because I was like, you definitely scream now. When did that happen?
Oh yeah, that was a whole journey, and it started with me like discovering Beck McIntyre from Marmosets,
right.
And that was like one of Matt's favorite bands. So like I found Matt on Band Mix, and I was like, I don't really scream because I was like, girls don't scream, you know, fucking horrible thought. I can't believe that I even thought like that at one point. But yeah, he was like, oh yeah, whatever, I'll give it a go. And then he came over to my house and he grabbed my guitar and we jammed Deftones together for the first time. And then we literally just got a matching Deftones tattoo to kind of like commemorate that with each other. But yeah, so we had a jam and it was like magic. We were like, oh, this is really cool. Like we just kind of like get each other. And yeah, then we joined the band and we were part of a band called Scarborough. And that was the first iteration of Auratech.
Right.
And this was about going on like 6 or 7 years ago, which is pretty cool. What were you going to say? Sorry, you going to say something?
No. I'm just acknowledging you.
Oh, cool. Yeah, and then basically, yeah, so we like jammed out and we like just kind of fumbled around in the dark for 2 or 3 years. And then we wrote Genesis. And that was the song where we were like, we know what we're doing kind of thing. We're like, we kind of like, we heard Genesis and we're like, we played Genesis together and we wrote it together and we're like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I think we understand our direction now a little bit. And that was really cool. And then Hurricane came after that. I was living in the Gold Coast at this point, so I was flying back and forth to like play little like shows and stuff like that.
Really? No way.
Yeah.
That's dedication. That is dedication.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just like, when you, because it might have even been a hobby back then. I mean, I'm a full-time musician now in terms of like everything that I do with my life. But back then it was, even though it was a hobby, I was like, it was still my like sole purpose to do music, you know? I didn't even realize it back then, but like, yeah, when you think about it, it's like, yeah, it's a lot. But at the time it was just like, well, of course I'm going to do this, you know, like, well, why wouldn't I? So yeah, we wrote most of Dragonfly Pursuit online. And then the day that I moved back to Sydney after spending 2 years in the Gold Coast, we got together and we wrote Renegade and we basically finished the album, finished the EP. And then, yeah, we went through. The reason why it took so long for us to get off the ground is because no one really liked the direction that we were going. We had band members drop out. We had band members just not taking it seriously enough. And not in the fact that they weren't taking it seriously, it's just they didn't want what we wanted with music. So,
right.
We just went our separate ways with a lot of them. And then we started writing more mathcore stuff. So we auditioned about fucking
how many drummers?
Something. Yeah, it's really hard, especially like you've seen us live, right? So
yes.
The music we write now is like way more mathy. It's like mathy as fuck. So
well, I can't wait because when you, because like this was out in 23, so it has been a little while since. When we were up in Sydney, end of last year. So I think actually I was looking at my receipts actually today. I'm doing my tax. October, I think it was. You were doing film. You were filming for a film clip.
Yeah.
Is that?
Sorry?
Is that has that song come out yet, or is that no? Is that still just there in the?
Yeah, so we were filming for a song called Pink Casket, and that's our really that's a pretty mathy song as well. It's not the mathiest, not the craziest, but yeah, we are filming. So we've recorded 2 new singles, and I actually got diagnosed with vocal damage today because of acid reflux. So we were going to wait to record 4 new singles, but we're probably just going to release these 2 singles this year, and then wait for my voice to heal, and then record the next 2.
Okay.
When I'm ready. But yes, yeah, so we've recorded the music video for 1 of them. We need to record 1 more music video, record 2 more songs, and then record videos for that as well. So yeah, it's
amazing.
a big work at the moment with that stuff. But yeah, that's the crazy mathy stuff. But yeah, we went through 10 lineup changes.
That's crazy. Absolutely insane. And but do you feel like right now you've got the right people?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Oh, can I leave for 1 second? Matt just arrived.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, what we'll do, we'll we'll go back to regular streaming, and we'll play another Auratech song, and yeah.
So sorry.
No worries. All good. All right. Yes, we'll play another Auratech song, and we'll get back to the interview in a part 2. It's the first track off this the Dragonfly Pursuit. This is Paradigm.
Within
That was Paradigm by Auratech. And we are back, and we have a Matt. You guys can unmute again.
Hell yeah.
Say hello, Matt.
Howdy. Hey, how you going?
Yeah, it's good to see you. We were just talking about a whole bunch of things. And
where did we land? We were at just talking about recording music videos for the new single. I told you the history of Auratech.
yes, that's right. Yes, okay. So some questions from the chat as well. Do you have any Scarborough released that we can find?
I'm gonna start with that as a word/name I haven't heard in a very long time. Wow, you really spilled the law.
Is that lyric video still up? We have a lyric video called Really?
It's not public.
Oh, okay.
Technically it's still up, but it's not public.
We should list it.
Unlisted.
We should list it back because you have the power to do that.
Yeah.
All right, chat. Stay tuned. Matt's gonna unlist it.
Oh, I mean, I have to find the account for
Yeah.
that.
And Captain Dudamont.
You want to know? Search it every day until you find it.
I'll put it on my backlog of things to get to. Watch the space for past releases.
Captain Dudamont in the chat also asks a very, very serious question. Are we cat people or dog people?
Okay, so I own a Rottweiler, but my mum used to save and like rescue cats. So I grew up with a lot of cats in my household. I love them. At one point I had 21 cats in my house. So I am both evenly the same little ball of love in my heart swells up for a cat and dog quite equally. How about you?
I've only ever had dogs, so it's a really, really easy answer. I love both, but I've always been a dog person. I got a little Jack Russell, Bella. We love Bella. We adore Bella.
Oh,
yeah. Shut the fuck up, though.
Yeah. Owning a dog, I see myself never owning a cat, I think.
Yeah. Okay. We have 3 cats at home, so it's yeah, that's right. But I'm a dog person. But my wife wanted a cat, so we compromised.
Bro, click.
So, are there any particular themes or messages that you try to convey through the lyrics in Auratech, or that the band has as a whole, or is it really just a whatever happens?
Oh, that's it's funny. For the Dragonfly Pursuit, so we've got we're up to release 3 at this point in terms of what we're writing. So there's a bit of it. Dragonfly Pursuit is very personal to me. I was just writing it about things that I was feeling at the time, and it's very introspective, I think. And I think that the new set of releases, I think, is way less introspective, more fuck you kind of energy.
It's a lot less internal kind of reflection, and more so a commentary on the world around you.
Yeah. More so. Still personal. We've got one called Bitch Schnitzel.
Very abrasive. Kind of reflection of the world around us, but
very abrasive.
I like that.
Still my perspectives. Pink Casket is very it's about clout chasers and people who kind of I see a lot of this in the music industry, just people who just care about what people have achieved, and they just very, very meritocracy kind of not just seeing people for people kind of thing. So it's kind of political, and I think being quite a politically driven person, I've been in a political punk band before where I've been very political with my lyrics. It's kind of just edging that way anyway, but it's still staying quite personal. But I think I always try and promote authenticity no matter what I'm doing, no matter what I'm writing. I want to be as real as possible, and just whatever I'm feeling, just whatever it is, just put it out as the most authentic version of itself. So that's yeah, I think what I want to do as like the front woman of Auratech is just kind of be authentic and let people see that, and let people be inspired by that as much as they can be, because
I do love that, because from the several shows that I've been to now, you actually, all of you are very, very animated on stage, and it's absolutely sensational to see, and so that authenticity is actually not just through words or through guitar playing, through the music. It's in action too, right? But I'm sure that through that you've experienced some pretty crazy things on stage. What's one of the craziest things that you guys have, or just absolute insane moments that you've had at a show?
No, we know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, take it away, Loz. I know what you're gonna say.
I'm a fucking idiot on stage, right? Like I'm a
and on the floor doing the Homer Simpson donuts on the.
Yeah.
That is the perfect way to put it.
Yeah, that's me fucking tea.
It's like it starts with the Homer Simpson donuts and it ends with the Peter Griffin. In particular does.
So we were on tour and I've concussed myself. I've sprained everything that possibly bends. I've done all sorts of things. But I think the worst one was definitely when I dislocated my shoulder on stage. So this happened before. I've dislocated my shoulder 6 times, in general in my lifetime. The first time was
that wasn't even your whole lifetime. That was in the last
3 years.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. The first time it happened, I was skateboarding. So I in the dark, I went over a brick. I went face first in the ground and fully popped it out. And then subsequently, since then, if I would go to the gym and do an upper day, the next day my shoulder tendons are really brittle, and I haven't been to physio yet, which it was a lesson that I learned. That's for fucking sure. But yeah, I was on stage and I kid you not, I throw my arms out like this, 1, 2, and my shoulder just fell out of its fucking socket. And I have this trick to actually put my shoulder back in. So my shoulder's fallen out and I'm leaning on stage, flipping my body around, and I was still singing at this point, and I'm trying to get my shoulder back in, and I was I'd given up and I'd thrown the microphone down. I said, fuck it. And I threw the microphone down and I was just sitting there for ages. There's actually a video on our Instagram if you want to check it out. We got it all on film.
Yeah. One of the parts about that always kills me is my reaction to it, is because it happened during one of the hardest parts of that song to play. So I am focusing on this riff that's so hard to play, and I just see you just kind of goblin moding around, just kind of leaning to the floor, doing this I couldn't even describe what I was seeing, and I'm
so
I was waiting for you to stop so I could come over and be like, are you okay? And then it clicked what was happening.
Yeah, because there's a clear, and we got it on camera too. It's so funny. There's a clear moment where I'm I'm okay, and you're and Matt's okay, and he turns around and he just starts headbanging.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I love it.
Gone.
The show had to go on, and then we had the next day we played Brisbane. Yeah. Ooh. So yeah, that was gnarly. That was
yeah.
Gnarly.
Oh man, I don't know how to. I'm hurting just.
It It's crazy, and it's
I
always
think
when I do an upper day at the
the
gym.
first time you did it on stage though was objectively the most hilarious one though.
Or the first time I
Yeah,
dislocated at
yeah,
Teddy Rizzo.
yeah.
So I was in this fucking band called Teddy Rizzo, and we played Frankie's Pizza by the Slice. My shoulder dislocated second song in, but I couldn't get it back in because like I'd like dislocated at a pub one time, and then I was running around and I was like, "Does anyone know how to relocate a shoulder?" I was like screaming, and people were like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then some guy comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, just do this, lean over this way, and then come back, and it'll go in." And it went in straight away, and I was like in disbelief. It's actually not that easy. That was a fluke.
Okay, right.
But I didn't know how to do it at this
Don't
point.
try this at home.
Okay, yes. Speaking of Frankie's,
Better-
the same the owners of Frankie's have opened up a new bar.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's a burger bar now.
What's it called again?
Something like the Vault, or I don't know. It's like it's some.
oh, the vault.
No,
Yes,
it's,
you-
I don't think it is the Vault, but it's something like it.
I'm a poser.
I know, right? Anyway, but they've opened a new one in Sydney, and it looks really mad, and I want to go there. I desperately want to go there.
So cool.
So, Captain Dudamont in the chat is like, gnarly. The 80s called and they want their lingo back. Captain Dudamont and Mental Ward, they're from the US. They're our US. And then we've got Silke from Germany. And we've got Heavy D from Far North Queensland. So we got a good bunch of people here.
Nice. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's so good.
Still cool. I'm gonna make it cool.
I don't know. I've been using that word forever.
Yeah, I know exactly right. No, you guys have been so you guys have been fast. Well, not like fast growing. Like so, in terms of what this show's about. We're about those artists with fewer than 1,000 subs on YouTube. The reason why I do that is because I really want to focus on bands that are trying really hard to progress and kind of move up to the next level. And you guys are, in terms of your sub level, and I know it's not about the numbers in the end, and I think from previous conversations, Loz, that you agree with that. Like it's you can follow the numbers all you want, but I think the reason why I do that is because I want to try and weed out the labeled artists.
Yeah.
So
Definitely own place for it, of course.
Absolutely.
So as a band that is so nearly about to break out of that 1,000 sub mark, and knowing what this show's about, do you have something to say to encourage other bands that are new or they've been around for a little while, but struggling to feel like they're getting their music heard? Is there something that you can say to encourage them?
Oh yeah, lots of things.
Yeah.
Would you like to say something?
There's so much to soak in. I mean, it's a very complex industry with so many moving parts.
Yeah.
But I think one of the most important things, I think two of the most important pillars, at least if your specific goal is to get more heard, is network and just education. Network and education. Having a community to surround you and uplift you is so important.
Yeah.
And that's just as important as like learning things like marketing,
PR,
all that stuff. And the thing is, because we're in a very advanced digital age, there is so many resources out there to kind of become invested in and enlightened to really kind of understand how to at least get your foot in the door with that. So even like, you're not going to be fucking smashing the charts in a day. It doesn't work that way unless some TikTok star puts you in a reel. But yeah, at least kind of getting yourself educated around the fundamentals about how that stuff works. One of the things that really stands out to me about grassroots artists in this industry is we really undervalue the power of at least having a marketing strategy. It doesn't have to be a crazy one, just a marketing strategy.
Yeah.
So getting educated on how to do that yourself is a very, very good place to start.
Yeah. And you can't ever be too cool for anything.
Yeah.
You can't ever be too cool for anything because honestly, that makes you lame as fuck. Like, it's just like, why I see this a lot. I'm just like, oh yeah, I don't want to worry about branding. I just want to rock up. I just want to be a rock star. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. But, you know, all the people that you idolize or all the people that, you know, say quote unquote are these rock stars had marketing strategies and branding and they had massive labels backing them and giving them opportunities. Like, for example, I mean, the best example is from this book one of my friends recommended me, the Hype Handbook. Who are they? Not the Sex Pistols. Alice Cooper. Their marketing strategy was to get Alice Cooper standing there naked with a boa in front of his junk or whatever, and then they put this on the side of a massive truck in the middle of like London or whatever, and one of the most busiest streets in London, they broke the truck down. They paid for the truck to break down because they weren't selling any tickets for their stadium show or whatever. So they broke this truck down in the middle of London and just pissed off a bunch of people. And the best thing was they pissed off all the old people, and that was directly targeting their demographic who were like, yeah, fuck the old people. Let's go see these cunts. They seem cool, you know?
Yeah.
They sold out in 2 days.
Wow.
Fucking crazy, hey? Yeah. And they're rock stars. Too cool branding, you know? No one's actually, no one has ever done this without branding and marketing.
Yeah. Well, I am currently working on my off-grid festival solution. Yeah, so we got to get a flatbed truck and get you set up on a.
Yeah,
let's go cause havoc. I got 2 more questions for you guys. What is your definition of success as Auratech? When do you think you've made it?
I've pondered this a lot. We've actually had this conversation many times. I like to be quite philosophical whenever I approach mindsets to any degree.
Yeah.
Would you like to say something or on it?
You seem,
I don't want to like.
No, you seem like you're about to cook. You're talking psychology and shit. I'm over here being like, I love playing shows, bro. And how good is making music?
Well, that's it. I mean, like, you got to look at it from all sorts of perspectives, but remember that success is one, a mindset, and then it's also like whatever is the tangible result of your reality. So firstly, it's like the fact that we even have the privilege to create, to sacrifice, you know, money and time in order to pursue what most call a hobby and make it a reality for us, playing, you know, sold out shows across the country and stuff like that. Not that we've sold them out, but, you know, having the opportunity to even do that, you know, some people would kill for that, and that's such a great privilege. So that is a level of success, I think.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, and that's like a tangible thing, right? And then for me, it's like, okay, cool. We make enough money from these shows to pay for things, and we make money from merch in order to pay for things for the band. It's almost self-sufficient.
Yeah.
That's a tangible success.
And that's a goal that we were really kind of like going for from the start, to become self-funded.
Because
that's actually incredible.
Become self-funded, and then it doesn't matter because we've already, in my eyes, if I make a song that I'm in love with, I've already succeeded.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, like,
we said this all the time when we were taking forever to release music. It's like, it doesn't even matter. Releasing doesn't matter. Doing things doesn't matter because we're in love with the process of making music. And like, that is so rich in itself.
Well, I mean, I've just finished doing pre-pro for like 2 of our new songs. And ever since I like bounced them out, which was a couple of days ago, it's been the only thing I've listened to over like all day. And And like that in and of itself, in my eyes, is like success.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's a perspective, hey.
Okay, so bonus questions. So Heavy D is a bassist who's in the chat, and he is really, really killing us to know if you guys actually have a bassist in the band.
Yeah, his first name is Mac, his second name is Book.
So we definitely do want to get a bassist.
Yeah.
Now I've been drawing a hard line because I want to pick the person, but I definitely want more feminine energy in the band. And that comes purely from the fact that like I've got to tour with these boys. I've got to confide in these boys, and like these boys being like my family. I do want a bit more balanced energy for my sake, because I do feel like I will enjoy my experience just that little bit more if I feel like there's another girl in the band. And I know it's like it feels really weird to say, but I've pondered on it for a long time, and I think that like even though I love my boys, like I do really want to wait for somebody who I feel like is a bit more on my level in terms of like many other things that I just can't find in the relationship with my boys. And like that's no hard feelings on them at all. I just find that there's a certain level of camaraderie that I feel when I tour with the girls or play with the girls or see my girls on stage or anything like that, you know, like Mon from Last Martyr, and like there's this certain level of camaraderie that I really am looking for, and I feel like it would just elevate my personal experience so much because I see how like the boys connect, and there's just this like, and I love you. I love my boys so fucking much, but yeah, I'm waiting for a girl to come around, and yeah, I just feel like, or somebody that will like, I'm looking for a personality right now, and it's really hard because like, you know, the songs that we do and the bass requirements and everything like that, it is really hard. So we've been
the new stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I think Heavy D is feeling a little bit heartbroken right now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think he wanted to join.
Oh, really?
What if he wears a dress?
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, like, it's also the thing where it's like, if somebody were to, like, if I were to meet somebody and they were just like, they would just match the energy that I'm looking for, you know, I think that's also the other thing. Like, gender aside, I think I'm looking for an energy to kind of connect with. So yeah, it doesn't really, it's not really about gender. It's definitely more about just like that, like, energetic connection, camaraderie that I'm looking for. So yeah, who knows? Maybe come hang out. Maybe, maybe.
You're absolutely right. Finding the right person for the job is like, it's not just because they can do the skills. So they've got the skills. Gosh, that sentence was terrible. It's not because they've just got the skills. It's because they also fit the band. Like I'd much prefer to have someone who is not as skilled as what I want, but has the personality that I need.
Absolutely.
Okay, last question for the evening. If you had to replace one band member with a household appliance for a music video, who is it and what's the appliance?
Tristan would probably not make it anyway, so it's got to be Tristan. He's probably going to be unavailable. He's not even in Renegade because he wasn't available.
Oh, he's in half of Renegade.
It's half of Renegade.
The day scenes.
Yeah. But who would we replace?
Well, I think like you're definitely onto something with the Tristan thing. I think it's a matter of
Need Luke, because otherwise we'll forget the appliance.
Exactly. See, Luke is we're the unhinged energy.
Yeah.
And Luke and Tristan are the brains. So we've got to have at least one of them. Otherwise,
we need a single
we're
brain.
We're gonna leave half our shit behind.
Yeah. Luke is the most reliable person in the band, so we need him.
Yeah. We will literally fall apart.
I love how we're just like turning this into like a we need Luke.
Yeah.
Don't give up Luke. But we have
Yeah.
Like, could their parts be replaced by, like, say, a dishwasher?
It's
yeah. With the nappy, like my dishwasher.
Yeah.
My washing machine. That'd be the perfect replacement. You know how they go dung 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 dung. That's drumming.
Did you see the thing I put on my story the other night
No, what
of the
was it?
dishwasher with legs
No.
that jumps up and down with the dishes inside it, and they all shatter inside? That's the one.
That's literally our fucking music. Okay, so Tristan gets replaced by a dishwasher with legs.
Okay.
Yeah. And you hear everything just like
Yeah.
shaking around inside and rattling and
Bitch schnitzel.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, thank you guys so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute delight to have you guys here. And I wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you.
And I cannot wait. When are you guys playing next? Do you have anything lined up?
Oh, well, yeah, because I damaged my voice. I'm
No.
going to probably
Of
be out
course.
for about 6 weeks, but they say that it'll be, that they say that it's not very serious, so 6 weeks should be enough time. So, yeah, nothing planned at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Chilling out.
Yeah.
Very
Making
good.
tunes, chilling.
Making tunes and chilling out. All right. Thank you so much for joining in again. We will. And catch you guys next time.
Thanks, mate. Have a
See
good
ya.
one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that was Auratech. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's continue to...